Oh, baby, back at it again here. We're in Latrobe, Pennsylvania, as we have our recap show with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Rick Saratella on Miami Mike. Rick, the rain came down today again, and they moved practice inside. Some of your thoughts about, first of all, the workout inside.
Well, you know, we've had this black cloud hovering over us throughout training camp and another indoor practice, and we were greeted upon a torrential downpour once again. So practice indoors, didn't really get to see a lot of evaluation, but we got to see who was taking reps with the first team, second team, third team. And I think, you know, we were talking about it, just the size of this team, and of the 4 or 5 teams we've seen on the Lexus Roadshow. This was by far the biggest team. I think we counted about 25 300-pounders, or 25 guys, 290 pounds or more. And you see a lot of size on both lines, offensively and defensively. And this is going to be a contender. This is going to be a team to reckon with. Yeah, the team is big. They're huge. They have talent on both sides of the ball. And the size goes right to the quarterback, up to Big Ben Roethlisberger. And, you know, he was at it today, taking the lead at quarterback. Your thoughts on Big Ben today? I mean, we didn't get to see too much outside, but the leadership, he shows it indoors as well. Clearly, you know, the leadership, little loosey-goosey today, but people gravitating towards him, still, you know, hanging on every word and, you know, conducting his magic out there. And, of course, Antonio Brown, probably the best wide receiver in the NFL right now. So they have a playmaker, Darius Hayward-Bay, kind of entrenching himself as the number 2 guy, as a dependable option for Big Ben.
And he was a high first-round pick, so Hayward-Bay needs to step it up. They need that extra receiver.
Well, yeah, you know, I think with the wide receiver being suspended, they're looking for somebody to step up in addition to some of these other guys. And a lot of people were looking for Sammy Coates to be that guy. But I think, you know, someone we spoke to today, Levi Brown, is a guy that might actually step up and have a contributing role on this offense. We saw Darrell Richardson, the running back, have an impact at running back. I saw Paul Lang taking a lot of reps with the first team, the undrafted free agent out of Michigan State. I saw Roethlisberger hit him a few times. So there's an undrafted name to keep an eye out on. And, you know, offensively, I think this team is going to be able to get through the Le'Veon Bell suspension. They'll be okay. And if, you know, one of these wide receivers can step up and provide another weapon for Big Ben, they're going to be hard to stop.
So watching the defense a little more today, we saw Cameron Hayward running all over the place. You know, huge by size. But the thing we noticed most, every play when they were running the ball, he chased it down and was going for the strip. He was trying to strip the ball all day inside. So I think this is something Coach Tomlin teaches the defense. You know, go for the ball, try and make the tackle, strip the ball out. I saw a lot of that today. I saw Cameron Hayward running rampant today here in the gym. Thoughts about that fantastic defensive lineman and a New Jersey resident?
Yeah, you see, you know, why he's a unique talent, because even indoors, this guy does not half speed anything. And while other people were maybe horse playing around a little bit, not going 100%, this guy didn't care that we're in stores. This guy is trying to create fumbles after the ball every play. And, you know, you're hearing some talk now that when you talk 34 defensive bookends with Stephon Tuitt and Cameron Hayward, I don't know if there's any 34 defensive ends better in the entire National Football League.
There's definitely no 2 bigger than them, too. We know that they're huge. Watching them today without the pads on, the size of them without the pads, unbelievable, Rick.
Gigantic. And I think this kid, Javon Hargrave, watch out for him, the 3rd-round pick out of South Carolina State. He has a very good chance to start and anchor that middle in between those 2 animals. So
pretty amazing, isn't it?
Incredible. And, you know, the linebackers we talked about are stacked with Timmons and Chicolo and Bud Dupree and some of these guys. So, you know, for all our Temple fans out there, Tyler Matakevich, we were keeping an eye on him. He didn't really get in there until the 3rd team, but you could see him barking out reads and the plays, and he's been really credited for picking up this playbook really well.
It showed today.
As well as any of the rookies have. And Sean Davis was a guy we talked to Mike Tomlin about whether or not he would play slot corner or safety moving forward. He said that remains to be seen at this point in time.
Well, to wrap it up, we met Coach Tomlin briefly, and He gave a little injury report, nothing real major. Any final thoughts about today's practice? Coach Tomlin saying it was a very good indoor practice for what they were looking for, and they'll get back out on the field tomorrow. Final thoughts about the Steelers practice today, Rick?
Yeah, I mean, he said the Gradkowski injury wasn't too big of a deal. They have Landry Jones in camp. Dustin Vaughn is another quarterback here. Will they bring in another veteran guy?
Well, there's 4 guys on the roster right now.
Right, but how comfortable are they with those guys? And if Gradkowski is going to miss some time, do they consider bringing a guy like Mike Vick in, who knows the offense, who wants to play and is familiar with the team and the system? So that's one storyline we'll watch. Obviously, Le'Veon Bell is appealing the 4-game suspension. We'll see how that goes, but whether he does or doesn't play those first 4 games, the Steelers are going to be there in the end, and they're definitely one of my picks to go to the AFC Championship.
Yeah, they really are strong, representing strong. So, Rick Saratella, Miami Mike, we're on location here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Latrobe. Oh, baby, the Lexus Road Show, Defiance Fuel Water, NFL Draft Bible, and NUC Sports. This is the Lexus of Route 10 Road Show. Oh, baby. Game on.